We are the gentlemen advancing the melanin evolution.
You are now tuned into the game.
Welcome to another episode of the Game Recognized Game Podcast with RLJ and Kev. I'm KEV, that's RLJ, and we are the gentlemen advancing the melanin evolution. Where evolution is revolution. Hey, Brother Jay, what Frankie Beverly and Mays say, man? We back in stride again.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get it, baby.
Back
Bubba.
in stride. Yes, sir.
Let's get it, man.
Yes, sir, man. How have you been since the last time we sat down and conversed?
I'm good, man. You know, just trying to settle in, man. The fall is upon us. It seems. It's trippy though, man, because like I told you, my AC unit went out last time we chatted, right? And so I got the, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm living hood fabulous.
Okay.
Living hood fabulous. Man. I don't know if my neighbors approve, but whatever. And so I feel like the Israelites in the wilderness, man. When they say, God provided clouds during the day and fire during the night. Well, I be thanking God for when it's cloudy and rainy, man, and it ain't 1,000 degrees in my house, yo. So I got a greater appreciation for the Israelites, man, and their journey, because I think it's given me some wisdom to maneuver in my unique circumstances.
Okay.
Because bro, you know me, man. You come to my house, people get mad because I normally keep my shit on polar bear.
Fair.
60, 68, 69. And so I miss it, but I'm making it, man. I'm making it one day at a time, man. Like you say, slow motion is still motion.
It's still motion, brother. It is still motion.
I'm all right, man. I feel good about the fall because also, my summer was so wild. I just want to take things as they come, and I don't want to rush into nothing. I don't want to, overextend myself because I haven't really had a significant break in 18 months. When I think about it in the grand scheme of things, I ain't been on no vacations. I ain't done nothing just because things haven't really lined up for me. So I'm looking to at least go see some of my family in other states. Man, I want to see my bro in Texas. Well, Texas wilding out there still, completely. Man. Texas, they been wide open. They've been wide open for the whole joint. But I want to get down there. I got my microchip in my arm, so I figure that's the point of getting it. Take calculated risk. I want to get out there, check him out, man, and then my brother, cousin brother, however you look at it, I want to check him out in Colorado.
Okay.
But him, and his sister. My cousin, we supposed to get together hopefully over the Thanksgiving holiday.
Okay. And
bring all our kids together. Since we've been grown like that, when we were kids, man, it was normal that we would spend every holiday together, and with our grandmothers and our parents and stuff like that. But it seems as people get older and people start to die off, the family ain't really stick together. And my family, fairly small anyway, in context to some other people. But since we've been adults, we really haven't gotten a chance to get together over a holiday with all of our kids. Okay. And so I'm looking forward to it, man. But I'm chilling, bro. What about you, man? You hanging in there, man. I mean, you're disconnected from folks. You got your mind right. You ready to rock, man. You stay on a project, man. I swear you got more jobs than a Jamaican for real, bro. Use everything.
Bro, listen.
You legit, man. How many jobs do you have today?
So nonprofit. Mm-hmm. That's one. I'm a consultant, so that covers a lot of the small things that I do. Photographer, coach, relationship coach. I think that's it, man.
and your day job. You
What
ain't
is
got
the nonprofit
well, yeah,
day job.
yeah. But you got your own like you got. I ain't gonna lie, man. You got about 4 LLCs, man. For real, bro. Rick Ross just dropped a book like The Perfect Day to Boss Up. Like, dude, you created that shit, man. Like, you need to drop you a book. Like
I'm working on it.
How to be hood rich, and just just create opportunities, man. Like you legit turn nothing into something real quick, man.
Hey man, you gotta get it from the mud, bro.
For real. So I admire the West Virginia hustle in you, bro, because I was just like, damn, this nigga do everything. Yo, you cook,
yeah,
and you a mixologist. Like I count all them jobs too. I throw all them jobs in that jump too, man.
Okay,
you do a lot of stuff that a lot of people just can't do.
Fair point.
It's crazy, man. But it's inspiring to me because I'm like, damn, man, I ain't hustling hard enough. Shit, I got more problems than hustles.
But this is the year. So listen, I know. So before we jump into this show is about catching up, right?
Yeah,
For the catch up. Before we talk about that, one thing that I want to put out. On the next show, we're going to talk about what our personal goals are and how we can hold each other accountable.
Dang, that's
right.
Man.
And we'll be very transparent and vulnerable because we're going to share our progress on the show as well as on IG. Because I just got off of a goal setting call and I'm like, yo. That's what is missing. Like a lot of times we as in people, we set goals, but we don't have anybody else with their foot in our ass.
Well, I think people have their foot in your ass, but it ain't for your benefit. It's for your, it ain't to hold you accountable because they want to see you do better.
Yeah.
Like they wanna be your judge, juror, and executioner. We need people that's gonna hold us accountable, but lift us up. And support us when we stumble and fall,
as we are on our journey to our goals,
and not cancel us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's different. And everybody really don't have that skill set, brother Jay. I'm thinking about that now, man. I think partly because people just kind of bogged down in their own shit.
That's fair.
But that's dope. So, damn, man, that mean I gotta really be held accountable.
Yeah. So by the next time we meet. We're going to have at least one goal that you and I are going to hold each other accountable, and we're going to ask our listeners to hold us accountable.
All right, that's fair, man.
But, so, I said the show is about catching up, and this is what I want to do. Fire round.
Oh, man.
I'm going to holler off or shout out, holler. You hear that West Virginia come on? I'm going to holler out some topics, and we're going to do a fast robin. Just discuss it, right? Because there was so much stuff that happened over the summer.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that
and
happened, man.
We're not gonna hash over everything, but we're gonna see what we can do. And once I hit the buzzer, right? Once I hit the buzzer, we got to go to the next topic.
Let's go, man.
All right.
I'm ready.
So the first topic is, let's talk about what's happening with the NFL.
The NFL. Well, I'm glad the season is upon us, man. And I got tired of all of the commentary and leading up to the season about what rookie quarterback gonna do what and what team is gonna do what. And of course, you a Cowboys fan, so y'all think y'all going to the Super Bowl.
I actually am not a fan of any NFL team.
That's right. That's right.
The boycott is still strong, bro, since 2016.
Yeah, and so I boycotted for a minute, but then I kind of got sucked back in because football was something better to focus on TV than the other shit that's been plaguing us.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I might have to boycott it again. One, my New York Giants continue to suck. Two, I don't like what's happening to Cam Newton, man. He was with the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
He was the QB1, the starter. And then, for whatever reason, they cut him and released him before the start of the season. And many people say it's because he allegedly has not been vaccinated. And, the way the NFL is set up now, you got crazy COVID protocols. If you miss a testing session, if you're not vaccinated but you contract COVID, like they penalizing you now. And so I don't know if it was because of that he was released or because maybe he couldn't get the job done. But I still think like the brother is 32 years old. He's a former league MVP. Hell of a career so far. He's still young. He need an opportunity. And I know he's kind of eclectic, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But just because you eclectic and eccentric, that don't mean that, you don't deserve an opportunity. And so I don't like the way he's being treated.
Okay.
And so I don't know. I might have to get back in on my boycott game because I'm just tired of brothers like and no offense, I love our whole village. You know what I'm saying? White, black, and all points and shades in between. But I just feel like when it comes to the NFL QB, brothers don't get a fair shake.
Fair.
You know what I mean? They just don't.
That's fair.
Yeah, and so I might have to get back on my boycott game because, the teams that I like or formerly like, they ain't hitting. Yep.
All right, next is Deion Sanders and his involvement in HBCU football.
I love it, man. I love it. So Deion Sanders is the head coach of Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi, man. And he's using his celebrity to bring awareness and attention to HBCUs, and he's a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's probably, Deion Sanders probably on the Mount Rushmore of top players all time in the NFL. And that's hard to beat. Just all the people that have played, to me, I would say it'll be like Jerry Rice, Lawrence Taylor, Deion Sanders, and then you could kind of flip a coin if it's Walter Payton or Barry Sanders or something like that. But he's that type of athlete and has that type of celebrity. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he's leveraging that to encourage more support for HBCUs and giving back, I just think it's so dope, man. And he's demanding the respect of his peers and the profession. And the other night, him and Eddie George, who is a former running back for the Tennessee Titans, he's a head coach at Tennessee State University. Mm-hmm. And so I just like it, the fact that the brothers is going, the brothers is supporting HBCUs, man, and bringing awareness because it's a lot of good talent amongst our historically black colleges and universities. I think it's dope. I really do.
And I think he is he's creating a standard, bro. Like, yes. He's creating a standard of which HBCU should have been doing from the jump. Yep. Right? And I think it has to start somewhere. So I commend the brother. And, the brother did, used to be on my former favorite team.
He's a proven winner.
Yeah.
All his career.
Yeah. So
I much respect to him, for real.
Next, Kanye's album release fiasco.
Hey, we get on Kanye again. Kanye's a touchy subject for you, brother.
It is. But I'm just it was a current event.
It's a current event.
Yeah.
I will tell you this about Kanye's album. I listened to it. I was underwhelmed.
What about the first track, like the intro?
For real, he had a couple joints, but on his album, it wasn't anything that I was like, yo, I would be in a rush to play it again. Mm. And the one song that is hitting, he didn't even put it on the album. And how can you waste a verse from Andre 3000, man? How can you waste it? I just don't understand it. And so, the rollout was kind of dope from the perspective like, yo, this dude sold out the Mercedes Dome in Atlanta twice, and Soldier Field in Chicago, like stadiums. And the album hadn't even dropped. I thought that was impressive, and it sounds like a stadium. From a sonic standpoint, it sounds like a stadium album. Mm-hmm. And so, he's an artist. You entitled to try new shit, but I really don't care what's going on between him and Drake. I heard both albums, and I think both albums are too long, and I'd rather see them dudes fist fight. Because you can't. I'd be more entertained if they get on one of these like celebrity boxing matches and see who can whip each other ass. Because it's like, yo, y'all trying to be tough guys, and y'all ain't tough guys, man. Like Drake, like if Drake was an athlete, right? You know, he wouldn't be an all-time great in my opinion. I guess because I'm older. He can rhyme, but he wouldn't be like an MJ, a Kobe, or even a LeBron James. Drake would be like Dirk Nowitzki from the Dallas Mavericks. Like you got a championship. But you Canadian, hey? You know, and ain't nothing wrong with our Canadian brothers and sisters, but it's like, yo, you're not a tough guy, man. Like, why are you portraying this tough guy thing? And why are you and Kanye beefing? And the crazy part is, they beefing, bro, but they got the same people on their album. And so if I'm Drake or Kanye, I'm gonna be mad at the people that I'm collaborating with, because yo, why you working with that dude?
Fair
so
point.
Yeah, I'd rather see him box on pay-per-view, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Next one, we're going to go to Rick Ross has more than 100 cars, but he just got his driver's license 45. At the age of 45.
Oof. Yeah, man. The biggest boss, man. I don't know how to feel, because it's like, yo, I get it. You the biggest boss, and maybe you like to get driven around or what have you. But I don't know, man. Like, we ain't even talking about you need to be able to drive a manual, a stick. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just need you to be able to drive.
Put it in drive and go.
Like, dude, like, hey, if an emergency broke out, Rick Ross can't drive you where you need to go. Somebody in Rick Ross' circle gets shot, he can't drive you to the hospital.
At all. He's short. You got to call 911 like Wyclef said it.
I ain't mad at him, no, man, because, you know, Rick Ross created the thigh stop over the summer, man, because, you know, it was a chicken wing shortage. And so he is a big investor in wing stops. And they changed the whole they made this whole campaign around with about the thighs, you know. And I thought that was, so he's an entrepreneur, so I ain't gonna tag him just for not being able to drive. But I wonder about grown men that old, man. You don't have a driver's license. Like, how do you maneuver through life?
Life. Not just the block, but life.
What if you got kids and you gotta take them to soccer practice and shit? Like, it ain't like he's a young man. He's 45. He got kids.
Well, I mean, I think he was able to pay someone to do all the driving.
Yeah, I guess, man. But I don't know. I feel a certain kind of way. Like, I gotta pick my son up from one of his extracurriculars, and I gotta get a ride to do it. My dad can't come get me, yo. He don't got Uber money. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't know, man. It's hilarious, though, because it's like, you the biggest boss and you're a hustler. You just can't do it and drive.
You can't come after me. You can't come after me. Like, you can't chase me. I slap you in your face. You're not going to, like.
Oh, you rich forever and you Triller, but you can't drive.
More than 100 cars, bro. Like, just thinking about, like.
He got an impressive collection, though.
But the question is, like, bro, you got all of these, but now he may know how to drive, but legally he's not. Yeah, he's not authorized.
That's
to drive.
fair. That's fair. It's part because, you know, it's a lot of people in Virginia. We'll ride on a suspended, man.
And Ohio, right? Ohio is.
Yeah, man. We'll ride it out on a suspended, yo, and drive on a suspended 2-hour court date.
And leave after the judge is saying, hey, you know,
hey, yo, it's been revoked. Okay, I'll see y'all later. How you getting there? Don't worry about that.
I'm going the same way I got here, player.
Yeah, I'm going the way that Rick Ross can't.
Next topic, dating apps.
Ooh, man. Well, you know, I had put the date, you know, when we started the show, it's crazy. We're on season 4 now, man. Chapter 4 of the GRG book.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Remember,
the
like,
saga.
When we first started, man, and I was kind of settling in, you know, from my divorce and trying to figure out how to get back out there, man. But it scared me, bro. And then, you know, when COVID hit, I was like, I don't know if I want to take that kind of risk. And so, you know, I've had conversations with folks and tried to figure out how that dating thing worked. But what scares me, man, you don't know what you're getting on them damn dating apps, dude.
Fair.
You don't know what you're getting, man, because ain't nobody posting pictures without a filter no more.
Fair.
And you know, people talk about they 28, 35, 40, and they looking 50 and 60. Like, yo. And
they out here looking like life ain't been no crystal stair, bro.
Man, you out here like, yo, you 40 years old. And you every picture you posting, you got the little chipmunk filter. You know what I'm saying? You looking like a cherub. Like, yo, what is that about, man? So I don't know. The dating apps is sketchy now, man. But I just think that's the times we in, because you got the Brazilian butt lifts and the lashes and all that and the third. And I don't knock no woman that take pride in how she present herself. You know what I'm saying? I admire it and I love it, to be honest. But yo, enough is enough, man. If you can't take no pictures, you can't take no pictures without a filter, Brother Jay. Like no pictures without a filter.
It's people's default now, bro.
You a photographer, so I mean you kind of understand it, but it's like, yo, you can't take no pictures without a filter, Brother Jay. Like, damn, it's almost like it's the HGH, man. It's like the steroid that athletes ain't supposed to take, but they doing it anyway to compete. That's how I feel about the filters on the dating apps, man. So I haven't really tapped in like that, because I don't know if I think I might just want to be a man of leisure, Brother Jay.
What does that mean, Kev?
Well, being a man of leisure means like I don't really want no strong commitments, man, because I just feel like I don't want to set myself up for disappointment.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then especially if you go on a dating app and you link up with a nice woman and she don't look nothing like the damn filters, yo, that's tough, man. It ain't no coming back from that.
So do you? Okay. So let me ask this. I'm gonna hit this question and go to the next topic. Do you think so in the dating realm, do you think that people's expectations are too high, or are they unrealistic?
I've questioned myself, like, do I have unrealistic expectations? You know what I mean? Because I feel like I ain't asking for much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love a pretty smile. I love intellect. You know what I mean? Definitely like a dope body.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I would say the qualities that capture my attention are different than the qualities that keep my attention.
Okay.
And so I enjoy conversing about different topics. I enjoy talking about the world and goals and aspirations. I enjoy having pleasant conversations, using our words and using our intellect.
Fair.
That, it ain't a bunch of hooping and hollering and conflict. And it's pleasant. You want to be around them. You want to have those quality conversations, man. But I just think at the end of the day, some people just ain't that deep. And maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe my expectations are too high. I don't know.
Fair.
It's possible. So I'm not blaming nobody. I'm kind of pointing the mirror at me. It's like, all right, well, do I need to make my adjustments?
What?
Because I ain't getting no younger, Brother Jay.
Fair point.
Yeah.
And I think, but like you kind of alluded to it, I think there's certain things that will, Usher said it best, you got my attention, and what you going to do with it, right? Because there's going to be several things that will get your attention. But now, like, going off of recruitment, right? They'll do a lot to get you, but how are you retaining?
It's about the retention.
Yeah. So the retention is key.
Don't nobody want to retain me, Brother Jay. Brother Jay, don't nobody want to retain.
They ain't got no incentives to retain,
Don't got no incentive to retain the boy, man. I got window units and shit, man. Ain't nobody trying to check for me, man. So that's how I feel, So I don't know, man. The dating apps, they still suspect in my opinion.
Fair.
Mainly because of the filters, though.
Okay. Yeah. Fair. All right, folks. Let's talk about Power Book Raising Canaan.
Ooh, man. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, but it took me a while to get through, adjusted to Tariq and the Ghost, the Power Book Ghost story.
Well, so question: why was it called Ghost if it wasn't about Ghost?
I think because it's like a prequel, a unintended prequel about what Ghost could have become if Ghost had himself as a father.
Mm.
Because, like, if you think about it, Tariq is still in the Ghost lane.
Yeah.
But Ghost made sure that he was gonna go to college and try to do it better than him.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just ain't shit. And we're finding, like, Kanan he turned out not to be shit for a reason, but there's a story behind it. And I think that's why I'm intrigued.
So the story is complex, bro.
Yes.
Like with the latest episode, I have gone back.
That junk broke my heart, man.
Bro, it was a lot.
Yeah,
that
junk
happened.
broke my heart, man.
I mean, a lot that happened, and I'm just like, yo, 50, you writing the hell out of this, bro.
Yo, fifth on or something, man.
Like, someone else was like, I hate it. It's not like Power. I was like, it's not supposed to be like Power.
It's different.
Like,
it's different.
It's about a brand new character, and what I can appreciate that each of the books has a unique vibe to it.
Yeah.
Where, like, with Tariq was similar to Ghost since it was titled Ghost, but he was always like just a few seconds right before trouble.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he was managing to escape situations right before trouble or right before shit was going to hit the fan. Like, he would become Ghost, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm now seeing this. Which one do you want to see after this? So we've seen Tariq. I think there's one on Tommy, and then there may be one on Tasha.
I'm hyped about the one that's coming up about Tommy, just because Tommy's just a live wire, man. He's probably my second favorite character out of the whole series.
Okay.
Just because he live, man, and I just want to see like how he became Tommy. Like I think that's the interesting part about Raising Kanan is like, oh, Kanan and Juke was like brother and sister close.
Yeah.
But Kanan killed Juke and the first power.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, how do you have this dynamic? But when you seeing like their family structure and the crazy uncles and the mom is like off the hook, she fine as hell, though. Bro. Oh my goodness.
What got me was
she is gorgeous, bro.
What got me was when like the recipe took place in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, man. But you can see why he turned out the way he turned out.
He had no choice, bro.
Nah.
He had no choice.
And he's smart. But the thing is, he was more slick in Power, you know, the adult Kanan.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like genuinely smart.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like what you can become with that level of intelligence and positive reinforcement and support around you, or if you don't have it, what you could become.
Yeah.
And I think that's the intrigue with the whole story.
What I do know is I'm not interested in watching a Power book about Tasha.
I don't really care about Tasha too much because Tasha pissed me off when she ain't support Ghost and being on the straight and narrow, man.
Well, I can see that, but I also can see why.
She saw that brother as a dope dealer.
Right. She was like, he's like, well, what did you think of me? And she was like, that you was going to be the biggest dope dealer. And I was like, shit.
I admire her for supporting her man, but yo, sisters, fellas, yo, man, we gotta uplift our partners, man.
Something.
I don't want nobody that want to see me locked up, bro.
And okay with seeing me locked up.
Yeah.
Like completely fine with.
While you sitting in a condo that I got locked up for.
Bro, like was completely fine with it.
Yo, and think like Ghost was a good dude from the standpoint, like he took care of Tasha's whole family. I mean the kids, but like the mama had a stipend in the per diem.
She had a stipend
in the per diem and shit, man. Like Ghost was all right.
She had new wigs every episode.
Yeah,
I see what you did there, player.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, you know, I miss Ghost, man. Omari Hardwick, man. Yo, did you know that I saw him on First Take recently, and did you know he played football for the University of Georgia?
I didn't.
Yeah, like back in the 90s. Yeah, he was like on special teams or something like that, man. But I say, all right, man. I like Omari Hardwick, man. I think he's a great actor. I like to see him in more stuff, man. But you know, his ghost still alive. We still really don't know,
bro, because we ain't see the body in the casket.
Man.
And you know, black folks, we need to know who got the body.
Look, man, streets need a body, man.
Yeah.
streets need a body, man.
Streets need a body.
Shout out to Puerto Rican Famous, yo. I love it. I love it, man.
The streets need a body.
Yeah, man.
So I know I hit the buzzer, but that was cold. But it was also wrong. Like, why would you say that and like reveal this. So in my head, I'm like, yo, does 50 eventually? Do they eventually get rid of Famous?
I don't know, man. I mean,
and I was trying to think back to previous seasons of Power where 50 would reveal some stuff, and I'm like,
Where they in the Marvel universe, in the comic book universe, they call it Easter eggs.
Yeah,
little nuances and sections of a story that play out in another story.
Yeah,
and that was one of the things I've been thinking about through the whole point. Like, man, did they ever reference Lulu? Did they ever reference Juke's father in the first Power? But I don't have that type of time to go back and watch 6 seasons of First Power.
I may, because I'm still disconnected from the world,
yeah,
so
that's
I may
fair.
do that just to get some uptake.
But to your point though, I mean, it's kind of like how 50 came on the scene with like the Ghetto Quran, and that was one of the songs. Like he was kind of dry snitching on a record about like real street dudes, and that's how he got shot 9 times.
9.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, yo, that could play out with Famous because it's kind of loosely based on Southside Jamaica Queens.
Yeah,
50's life to a degree.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. That's a good point though.
But I'm like, yo, streets need a body, and they about to need yours, bro.
And I forget her. Is it Patima Brown, the mother that plays the mother on Raising Kanan?
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard she's like she's been on Broadway, and like she like a legit thespian.
Yeah.
And so I definitely want to see her more. Yeah, she dope.
Okay, the last topic, and this is gonna be a more serious topic, right?
Here we go.
More serious topic.
Yeah.
We just passing the September 11th date of 2021, bro. It's been
20 years.
20 years. I know we're past that on the calendar, but I did want to pause for the cause and definitely just take a moment to reflect on what that did to our, let me say this properly, what that did to the United States of America.
It's tough, man, just because the withdrawal from Afghanistan over the summer, didn't necessarily go as smoothly as I think people intended it to. But to commemorate the 20th anniversary or memorialize it, the 20 years since we've lost, I mean, man, it's one of the greatest attacks, or the greatest attack on American soil for sure. But like the lives that were lost, man, you had over 2,000 people die in New York when the towers fell.
Yeah.
And then from the repercussions of all of the sickness that people got, the first responders that got sick, and you had more people die from the effects of everything that happened during 9/11 than that actually died and passed away on 9/11.
Yeah.
And so, that kind of compounding hurt and loss is big, man. And 20 years flies by, but it seems like it was yesterday. And I understand why some people they can remember our elders. They can remember what they were doing when Martin Luther King was assassinated, or JFK kid was killed, or Bobby Kennedy was assassinated. And like that's my September 11th moment.
Yeah.
I remember being a senior at George Mason, and my frat. He wasn't my frat brother then. He was getting pledged, but he came in and knocked on my door. We were suite mates, and he was like, "Yo, get up! The towers fell. Oh no, a plane just ran into the towers." And mind you, it's like 8-something in the morning. I'm like, "Yo, dude, you tripping?" We cut on the TV, and it's just like mad chaos. And then we find out that a plane ran into the Pentagon, hit the Pentagon, and I just remember like being on campus, and there was no cell service, and couldn't nobody call out or call in. Security and police high alert. Now, mind you, the campus is probably 15 miles from the Pentagon, But just the fact of being in the DC area at that time, it was chaos, bro. It was chaos. And I just, I was just in awe and in disbelief that that type of stuff could happen because it looked like something from a movie.
Yeah.
But I also think it's been the first, it was probably the first experience at the time in my young adult life where more things began to happen in society that you just didn't think was possible, like scenes from movies.
Yeah.
And sad day, man, sad day. But, the country came together for a brief moment after that happened.
September 12th.
You know what I mean? People came together, and even the government, our government worked together for some bipartisan initiatives and stuff like that shortly after. And then, we're not together anymore.
Yeah.
And if you look at the political climate now versus then, like, I think September 11th was a catalyst because people started to pick sides.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you were a Muslim, people looked at you, society looked at you differently, even though it, to practice Islam and to be a Muslim, you can't associate that with being members of a terroristic organization.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's how elementary we are as a society in our thought process.
Well, you got to think, right? Every time something goes wrong, somebody has to be to blame.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Instead of like something happening and it was bad and the repercussions were horrible, like, oh, because of you, this happened.
Yeah, man.
And I felt like I really legitimately felt bad for individuals from Middle Eastern cultures, who were subjected to a lot of that.
A lot of bullshit,
yeah.
Man. And it's unfortunate, but I do think that that day was a big loss, but it also changed the way that we interacted with each other as members of society and the greater American community. And it's unfortunate because the remnants of what took place, I look at the terrorists that planned and carried out September 11th the same way I look at the domestic terrorists that stormed the Capitol building. They're one of the same breed to me.
Yeah.
But at that time, people pick sides. Now people are picking sides, and it's just unfortunate because I think we're doing a great disservice to the people that really lost their lives during that moment. And it saddens me. Like I couldn't watch any of the programming around the anniversary because I think we've dealt as a society the last 18 months we've dealt with
tough
tremendous loss, and it was like reopening old wounds. And so I didn't watch it. I definitely said some prayers, and I really just reflected. And the thing that resonated the most is like, damn, 20 years went by fast, man.
Yeah.
But I think that was the crazy, because that's how my adulthood started. And then graduating the following spring, and then the economy is like jacked up.
Yeah.
And then compounding that with the housing market crash that jacked up the economy again, and then compounding that with 45, and it's just been a lot of crazy moments in my adulthood that, like, September 11th was like the first of that domino effect.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, it's crazy because you have kids now who are adults. They don't remember walking through an airport without all of the crazy security. They don't remember. They never experienced, life without the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Like the Department of Homeland Security was created because of 9/11.
Yeah.
A whole government agency. Think about that.
Because of the result.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. But listen, 20 years later, we still we reflect on the lives that have been lost and impacted by this. And you know, my sincere prayer is that America can get better.
I hope, man, because, man, how what the old folks say, man, it look like we in our last days, bro.
Last and evil days, bro.
Yo, you got pandemic, hurricanes, forest fires, crazy people. You got a lot, man.
And it's happening like
it's rapid.
Yeah. Like as soon as you get out of one curve, you find yourself in the middle of another. And so from the GRG show, continue to take care of yourselves. Continue to do what you need to do to protect your peace. And just be good humans. At the end of the day, just be good humans. And continue to be light, man.
You got to, man. You got to. Regardless of your political views, your perspective, your religion, or what you believe and value, man. Like, we all need each other. You know what I'm saying? We all need each other. But I don't know, man. But yeah, 20 years goes by like that. How old were you on September 11th?
Ooh, that's a good question. I was in the 10th grade.
10th grade. What was it like?
It was different, especially since I had friends whose parents worked in the Pentagon and they couldn't get in touch with them.
Ooh,
So that was a long day. Yeah. It was a long day. It was a long day. And we were in West Virginia, but we were close. And where I was in West Virginia, that's still considered part of the DC metro area.
Yeah, it's a bedroom community. Yeah.
Right. And so we were close, but we were far away to where we couldn't really see the action.
Mm-hmm.
But just to know that in an instant, people that were like in the same room with me were negatively impacted directly.
Yeah.
It was a long day. It was a long day.
And I'm pretty sure, though you weren't as close to all of the chaos, it's impacted your life tremendously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think they did an interview with the second graders that Bush 2 was reading to the day that
he got
the call, and they did it, but they're adults now. And I didn't like I said, I didn't watch any of the programming, but I would like to check out the interview to just see like how they have been impacted, because I know it's trauma, G.
Yeah.
It's trauma.
Yeah. Regardless of what they were able to process.
Yeah.
Just seeing the moment where the president receives that intel and how he responds, and I'm pretty sure, children can pick up on vibes and energy.
Oh yeah. They pick up on it better than adults, for real.
Yeah. Because we are classically conditioned not to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just I'm sure that energy shift was detrimental.
Yeah. But bless the families and prayers for the families of the victims, and it's tough. It's tough because I know people are still mourning.
Yeah,
people are still mourning, man. Yeah. It's heavy though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's heavy. But be light, man. Take care of yourself. Love one another. Bring more harmony than harm, man, and just try to make the world a better place again.
For you and for me.
Saw what you did there. Love it. Hey, man, you just witnessed another edition of the Gang Recognized Gang podcast with RLJ and Kev. I'm KEV. That's RLJ. And we are the gentlemen advancing the melanin evolution, where evolution is revolution. Until next time, be light.
Be light.